right, can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me now. All right, y'all can hear me now. Look, players fuck up too, right? Apparently, I put the headphones in the mic spot, in the mic in the headphone spot, so I could hear, but y'all couldn't hear, cause players mess up too. I'm gonna get this audio right. Yo, shout out to Tribe. Got a new mic stand. Much better than the last one. Welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your tolerologist, Dirty Folks. I appreciate y'all being here. Now, check this out. It's something that's been on my mind for years. But it became a situation this morning. So I saw my dad Saturday. I stopped by, holler at my dad Saturday. His house was freezing. I looked at this thermostat. It wasn't working. The thermostat wasn't working. Furnace worked fine. Thermostat wasn't working. It's a digital thermostat, no lights or anything. I said, you know what? He needs new batteries in his thermostat. I got some new batteries, put it in. Because, you know, my father, 75 years old. I don't want him to freeze to death. He get on my nerves, but I love him. I don't want him to die. So, I put batteries in his thermostat. So the furnace will kick on. Cool. It's not even a biggie. No issue. Small problem. As a man, your job is to solve problems. I need y'all to remember that. Let me say that again.
As a man, your job is to solve problems.
That thing will return as the show goes on. I got a couple of clips. That thing will return as the show goes on. Now, I solved the problem. I talked to my dad earlier today. I'm like, Pops, what's going on? I said, yo, Pops, you should invest in rechargeable batteries. That way you can just have 4 batteries and you can keep 2 in while you charge 2, because you're spending a lot of money on buying these individual batteries. He tells me, and I know I just went and bought some batteries and I switched it out. I said, when did you switch it out? He said, Saturday. I said, you're a motherfucking lie, bro. Because I switched it out on Saturday to get your heat back on. So I said, if I switch it out Saturday and you switch it out Saturday because you said the batteries were dead, that means that either the batteries you getting from the dollar store are super cheap. He get batteries, there ain't even no name on the motherfuckers, bro. I can't even describe it, bro. It's like a gold, like it's copper or gold or something with red letters on it. Like, bro, it's definitely dollar store battery. It's not Energizer, it's not Everready, it's not Duracell. This should just say battery, nigga. It should just say battery. I'm like, yo, I say, man, I think you're lying. But if you're not lying, that means that these batteries are even worse than I thought. You really need to get rechargeable batteries. He looks at me crazy. Now, I know he's not going to do it. I know he's not going to do it. And I'll explain to you why. Because my father's one of those men who can't follow a man. A man, you know how I say a woman who can't follow one man will be dependent on 4 men? That is absolutely true. But a man who can't follow a man will only listen to a bitch. His whole life will be enslaved by what a bitch say. We all know those guys. We know the guys that you can't do shit for. I got a friend Ricky like that. Rick, well, he be like, oh, you the god. He one of them niggas. FM Doom listening to ass niggas. You know them FM Doom, Big Tribe Called Quest is the best group ever. Well, Wu-Tang took Tribe slot. But anyway, them niggas. Can't tell them nothing ass niggas. Cause you're a man. I'm a whole man. I can't listen to no man. I'm a man. If I listen to a man, that make me a follower. I'm a leader. My mama said I was a leader. Every single bitch that come in this parameter he listen to. Bitches be off X pills, off heroin. These bitches doing motherfucking meth. It don't matter. If it's a bitch, he'll listen. One of the guys, niggas that known him since shit, elementary school, Men can't tell them nothing. If there's a Rick like that, shit, it's a lot of niggas like that. My dad like that. It's a lot of dudes who won't listen to a man, but they'll listen to it because every man has to get the instructions from somebody. Those are the niggas that bitches complain about on social media, like they babies and blah blah blah. But those are the bitches that those are only bitches that black women can get because any man who thinks for himself and has comrades that they can bounce ideas off of won't fuck with a black bitch. Just being honest. It is what it is. You can't date a black woman and because they'll separate you from every male influence that you have. So it's just not a good look. But which brings me to the race to the bottom. Do you know how hard it is to be a failure in America? To work hard, to accumulate stuff, to lose it all, to be a failure in America. Let me tell you something. There are guys on social media who talk about the 80-20 rule, who kind of salty because they're not part of the 20. I'm part of the 20, trust me, bro. It's overrated. Well, it's only, wait. My cousin told me this, so I understand you coloreds. I understand the entails because I listened to, because my cousin told me something one day. My little cousin, he was in his 20s at the time. I'm like, shit, I might be 30, 31. He about 23, 24. He been nagging me for years talking about he wanted a threesome. I'm steady telling this nigga like, look, threesomes is overrated. You got one tongue, one dick, two hands. You got two girls that's 6 holes, nigga. It's way too many holes. You know what I'm saying, man? It felt like work. You can't enjoy yourself. It's damn near like you playing double dutch, like you waiting for your turn to hop in. Like, man, threesomes is bro, it's a lot of work, bro. You think it's 2 pussies. I'm telling you, with 6 holes, it's a lot of work. My little cousin told me something. And even though I still think he dumb, I understand the dumbness. There was a logic. There's a pathology to the dumbness. He says, cuz, that's because you've had several threesomes. I've never had one. He said, man, you can't tell me your experience, and I've never experienced it. Maybe I'll like it. I said, okay. Touch the stove. Go ahead, young man. Touch the stove. He ended up getting a threesome. First of all, he's a chat line king. Chat line king, nigga. Not even Facebook or Twitter or Instagram where you see the picture and inbox it. No, straight off the voice. So, you know, all the bitches on chat lines be obese as fuck. But he like big girls, so it's cool. So, he ended up getting assaulted by 2 big burly broad-back butch bitches on his birthday. He went out on his birthday. He told me the whole story. He said he had one. He went up there. He went to All Gale Gardens. For those in Chicago, All Gale Gardens. All Gale Gardens. For those not in Chicago, projects worse than O Block. Worse than O Block. They just don't have no famous rappers, so y'all don't know about it. They going to All Gale Gardens. Historically in Chicago, it was Cabrini Green, then All Gale Gardens. All Gale Gardens, and we ain't got Cabrini Green no more. They tore down the projects. All Gale Gardens still up, so they now the #1 worst projects in America, in Chicago. He catches the bus to All Gale Gardens. He said when he got there, it was 2 girls, big and bigger. Big girl was about 230. Bigger girl was like 380. I was like, whoa, Callie. He said, if we went in that motherfucker, they, you know, they big girls, so they paid like their weight. I give them that. They said they gave that nigga 240 ounces of 211, and some Hennessy. And first of all, who the fuck drink 211? Let's just stop right there. So you already know how this night gonna go. He said he drank the beers, he drank the Henny. He said he kind of sort of remembered hitting with the big girl, but the bigger girl was sitting in a chair watching him hit the big girl on some cuckold shit. He said, but when he woke up, he thought that they amputated his leg. I was like, what? He was like, man, I thought my leg was missing. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He said, when I woke up, My leg was stuck in the ass crack of Bigger's ass, nigga. I said, what? He said his back hurt. His leg was stuck in the bigger girl booty hole, a big booty crack. He couldn't move. He said he had to grab his leg, get his leg out of ass crack. And he made it home back on the bus at like 7 in the morning from Allgill Gardens. Alright, cool. He said, I think I had a threesome, but I ain't sure. I was like, that's crazy. And all he kept saying is, I kind of sort of remember Bigger riding me. He said, cuz you was right. Threesomes is overrated. I was like, that ain't how I got my threesome though, nigga. Like, I had 2 bad bitches, but God bless you. Like, my threesome happened different. Way different. Like, I was sober the whole time and everything. Anyway, so I understand the pathology of you don't believe it unless you go through it. But let me explain something to you guys. If the 80-20 rule is true and 80% of men aren't really getting sex, and y'all can complain about it, y'all can complain they fucking the wrong niggas. If you talk to the 20% of niggas, 20% of niggas see all these bitches as a problem. You don't hear me talk about sexual deprivation. I talk about how these bitches are a problem. I've told you stories about me hanging out with NBA players, and they like, yo, I don't want to fuck with these bottom barrel bitches. They're a problem. Women, liberal women in general, because all liberal women are black. So I'm not even going to say black women. I'm saying the white girls or black girls or Puerto Rican, Mexican. If they're liberal, if they've ever voted blue on a ballot, they're a motherfucking problem. Matter of fact, they go out there looking for problems so they can be the problem in your life. I'm going to say this and I'm going to roll the clip. As a man's job is to solve problems. But there's something about tawny and swarthy men. There's something about tawny and swarthy men that when a girl gets put in place, everything becomes lopsided. Like, y'all forget the fundamental rules. You forget this bitch is the problem. And you want to love your problem. You want to sleep with the enemy. You want to embrace that, and you're going to blame the goofy shit she doing on white supremacy and goddamn it Jim Crow and Willie Lynch and niggas in the street and her ex-boyfriend and being raised by a single mother. No. If she has a vagina, she's a motherfucking problem. You are the solution. The moment you try to be the lover instead of the solution, the problem will grow. The problem will grow. Girls know they're the problem. We'll get into that later too. Girls know they're the problem, and they want you to be the solution. They want you to love them enough to be the solution.
Daddy, you spanked Mama.
You darn tootin' I did.
That means you love her.
That's what I've been trying to tell her.
Money brings.
Look, so this is a race to poverty. We're going to go through a few things, but let's start it right here. This right here is an old clip from ESPN 30 for 30, which I clicked the wrong thing. ESPN 30 for 30. Let's go through it real quick. It's 7 minutes long. We're only going to watch the first 90 seconds. And they're going to tell you the quickest way that instant millionaires go broke.
Women.
One of the funniest things I heard was that for women, it's this thing that you can apply to. You know, you got all these blogging sites and stuff, and it's called Baller Alert.
Our slogan is, for women who want to live the ballerific life. When Michael Jordan was playing for the Wizards, at the time I was the VIP coordinator for one of the hottest clubs, a block away from the MCI Center where Michael Jordan played. We had a radio broadcast at the time, and it was a live broadcast going on. We shouted out that Michael Jordan was in the club, and maybe an hour later, 2,000 girls showed up.
This is how serious this thing is.
2,000 girls showed up for Money Mike, man. 2,000 girls. 2,000 girls hoping they can get pregnant by Air Jordan. He wasn't even billionaire Mike yet. He was just Gym Shoe, Gatorade commercial Mike. But he still was like 200 million strong, which is a lot of money. Now he like 3.5 billion strong, which is even better, but let's continue.
When a baller shows up to a place, you receive a text on your phone so you can get nice and cute and go out and try and catch you a baller.
I had 7,000 girls signed up.
Wow.
Women, they take notice. They see the guys that are spending money. They see how they dress.
And so we go get the money to entertain and appease the women.
Let's pause right there. Patrice O'Neal said something one time that I never thought about until he said it, and then after he said it, it made perfect sense. He said a beautiful woman, pause. He said a man has to be successful to get the same adulation that a beautiful woman gets. He said a beautiful woman, and I'm paraphrasing Patrice O'Neal, but I still agree with it. He said a beautiful woman wears sunglasses like she's a superstar to try to block all the gazes from men in the street, like she's a superstar. And I know that to be true because I've heard girls brag about how they ass so fat that they make men have car accidents. And I've seen dudes crash the whip. And then they come back to the, like, man, how you hit a fire hydrant? Man, I was looking at that ass. And then all the niggas be like, I understand. Like it was a reasonable reason to crash your whip because you was looking at a fat ass instead of looking at the road. Like, a beautiful woman is akin to being with a superstar or a high value man. You got to become 7 figures to be with a beautiful bitch is just out the box. Okay, cool. And their entire purpose is, and let me say this very distinctly, their entire purpose is to know that you are the prize. That's why 7,000 girls came to see a 35-year-old Michael Jordan in Washington, D.C. Because Mike is the prize. Whoever. LeBron James, Barry Sanders, whoever. The baller on the block. Whoever your Nino Brown in your city is. Whoever your Big Meech in your city is. They're the prize. And women go get dolled up to hope she can win the prize. Because you're the prize. Pussy ain't the prize. She been giving that pussy away since she was in sophomore in high school. You're the prize. They're going to tell you now. They're going to be like, oh my God, these niggas so arrogant. When you broke, girls are the prize. When you got $2.50 in your pocket, you become the prize, gentlemen. $2.50. Enough for 2 tacos on Taco Tuesday. If you got $2.50, enough for 2 tacos on Taco Tuesday, you are suddenly the prize. Because men are awesome. Men are just awesome. Men can live without women. The fact that you got to become a high value man without a woman to get a woman means you lived all that time without a woman. And then you got the money, didn't even know how to train a toddler, but I digress. You can live without a woman. A woman can't live without a man. She'll tell you she ain't got no man. She won't tell you about the 4 niggas that's helping her. She won't tell you about the forgot men. I'm a forgot man. And I don't have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me for being a forgotten man. When girls tell guys how many bodies she got, they don't count me. They don't count me. And I know they don't count me. I don't mind. I still fuck though. I'm like Arthur. That Arthur, I still fuck though. They don't have to count me. They don't love me. They don't have my kid. They don't count me. They count the men they love and the pregnancies. They don't even count the abortions, just the pregnancies, that the live births. I don't mind you don't count me. Not at all. I don't mind that you having sex with me while you telling me about the nigga that you really do like. How great he is, how he take you out, how, you know what I'm saying, he take care of his kids and you looking for a stepdad for your kid. I don't mind that. You laying there naked, slow stroking me, goddamn it, man, while I'm limp, telling me a story about the nigga that you really want to date and how you can't fuck with me no more after you finally give him some after 60 days, but you can still fuck me for 59 days. I don't care that I don't count. Because girls can't count, nigga. How would I expect me to count when I know girls can't count? That's an oxymoron, nigga. And I'm happy I don't count, because if I did count, she would be doing everything she could to destroy my life. When you count, she trying to monitor your space, who you with, where you at, how long you there. Man, she trying to ask you all type of stupid ass questions with no answer, like what the fuck she want to eat. Bitch, what the fuck? How the fuck I know what you want to eat? Like, goddamn it, man, she invading your space, she going through your phone, she doing all type of dumb shit when you count. When you don't count, they beautiful creatures to be with. Beautiful creatures to be with. The quickest way to go broke is try to take care of your mama. The same mama that you've been 12 years old talking about you gonna hustle the block or shoot these free throws or catch this football to buy a house for. Quickest way to go broke is family. Namely the women in your, cause you don't do shit for dad. You might buy dad a little car. Your dad caught up on this bill so his credit could be right. Y'all don't really do shit for dad. Y'all don't take care of other men like that. Y'all don't love your brothers like you look. Shit, I don't know if y'all love y'allself. But y'all love these hoes. Y'all do all this type of shit for these hoes. Shit. Which brings me to the biggest lie I've heard an athlete say. Let's check it out.
You've seen the last of the elite level top dollar athlete in basketball and football going broke because they're smarter now. And you know what else? They making more. And lastly, all of the people that were working in the industry probably, that were managing their money, that were representing them, that were advisors to those players, you know what they do? Go on and just represent other people and fly under the radar. You've seen the last of the elite level top dollar athlete in basketball and football going broke.
I want him to repeat that. I call cap. I call cap. Shout out to Mr. O for the $10 super chat. He say the same mama who said she couldn't afford her Nikes but bought the dude she was fucking who didn't love her J's. Gratitude. Look. I ran into Jalen Rose one day at the club. I told stories about how big Charles Oakley is, how I met Charles Oakley. I met Charles Oakley the same day I met Jalen Rose. As a matter of fact, Jalen was playing for the Bulls, but he just got traded from the Indiana Pacers. So he was with Travis Best, who still played for the Pacers. It was Travis Best, Jalen Rose, Charles Oakley, and Derek Coleman, who happened to be my uncle's favorite player, by the way. So Derek is huge, 6'11", 280. Charles Barkley is huge, 6'9", 260. But it's slave big. Like please don't, man. Very, very. But there go Jalen Rose. We in a club with a dress code. No hat, no gym shoes. Jalen, Oakley, Best, Coleman, everybody else in the club dressed for the occasion. You know what I'm saying? Business casual shit. You know, you got your slippers on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily dress shoes, but you got some Aldos on or some Salvador Ferragamos or something, some penny loaf or something. You know, because you can't wear gym shoes. And you got a haircut because you can't wear a hat. There's three niggas running through the motherfucking club in a Jalen Rose shirt. Jalen Rose was number one when he played for the Bulls. People don't remember that because he was only there half a season. Then he got traded to Toronto. But Jalen Rose wore number one on this jersey too. So it's all these niggas with Rose jerseys on. Or was he number two? Anyway, it was all these niggas with Rose jerseys on. Like 2 or 3 niggas with gym shoes on and Bulls hats on, running through the club. Like, who the fuck is... And they was goofies. Like, who the fuck is these goofy ass niggas? Fucking groupie ass niggas. And come to find out, they were Jalen Rose's cousins. And he paid an additional $100 per person. So that's 200. It was $10 to get in. Free before midnight, 10 to get in. He paid $100 for them two goofy niggas to come in wearing a Jalen Rose jersey. Jalen Rose said some of the slickest shit I ever heard in my life, though. I ain't gonna cap. So I'm the VIP. Like I said, I'm standing right next to Charles Oakley. And VIP getting kind of crowded. And all I'm doing is praying somebody don't bump into me and I bump into Oakley. That's my whole thing, is to be stoic. Because I'm like, if anybody bumps into them, elbow the shit out them. Because I'm not going to bump into Mr. Oakley, bro. That nigga's energy was bananas. And all of a sudden, all I hear is a bitch talking about some. Jalen looked at her and said, I ain't gonna lie. Jalen looked at her and said, you know me. I don't need to know you. What's up? You want to go to the hotel? She was like, yeah! Nigga, I cried, nigga. I cried. Like, I said, yo, this nigga sound like me. This nigga sound like me. But I seen Jalen swag. Detroit, nigga. I'm in Detroit all the time. Got family in Detroit. But he was in Chicago at the time. I'm Chicago City of Pimps, Detroit City of Pimps. I understand that. That's how Jalen thought. But here's what Jalen said prior on Grantland when he was talking about why athletes went broke. And we're not going to act like Zion Wilson doesn't exist. Like he ain't giving bitches $250,000 for pussy. We're not going to act like motherfucking, what's my nigga name that played for Houston? Well, he played for Philly right now. James Harden. We're not going to act like James Harden don't exist. That he paying $50,000 per piece of pussy. We're not going to act like niggas like, Dwight Howard don't exist, who was paying $100,000 for some pussy. We're not gonna act like niggas don't go broke for a little piece of trim. So Derek is capping. Jalen is capping. Jalen Rose is capping. But he's talking about ain't nobody gonna go broke because we smarter. The only reason I played that, not because he capping, but because I want you to realize that when y'all let minstrels be your leaders, they so dumb. They don't know how to count their own money. They need 15 niggas around them to count their money for them because they can't count. Because niggas like me. And I used to do it. This used to be my hustle, like real talk. Because I was like always a young looking nigga. So like at 22, I looked like I was 16. So I was a nigga that motherfucker, the boosters would pay to take the SAT test for athletes. So Mr. Michigan, Mr. Illinois, they'll call me like, yo, Dirty, we need a favor. And I'll go take the test and they'll register and I'll register. We'll have our IDs, we'll register. And then we'll switch the test. So now I'm taking his test, he taking my test. It don't matter if he take my test because I already, So I take his test for him, get shit wrong on him on purpose. So he can be eligible to go to college and get a scholarship. Because these niggas can even get a 17 on their ACT or 800 on their SAT. They dumb as shit. But these y'all leaders because they got a couple of dollars. But they just got a bigger paycheck. So I wanted to play that because Jalen Rose is basically saying these niggas is dumb. And then be like, y'all niggas ain't dumb no more. We know shit. Y'all don't know shit. Still dumb jocks. But this is what Jalen said before when he was on Grantland.
I'd like to talk to you about this film that's premiering on Tuesday night on ESPN, Broke.
The thing that really jumped out at me in watching the documentary, and this is why I think it was very well done. A lot of times when you see that an athlete went quote unquote broke, you tend to look at that athlete and say what the average person would say.
How could that possibly happen?
How could that possibly happen? He's a dummy. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he blowing it all on girls and cars.
Totally.
Blowing it all on what? Bring that back.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, he blowing it all on girls and cars.
Totally.
Irresponsible, blah, blah, blah. Now, when you are a young man and you do sign that first deal and you know that you've got some money coming towards you.
I'm going to let it play out for a minute. But from the mouth of professional athletes and the mouth of, he's about to say it again, and dude from Grantland, he a journalist. He not an athlete. First thing he said is girls and cars. But you get the cars to impress the girls. So even the cars is like the carrot on the stick to get the girl. So that's girl related too. So basically you going broke on girls. Poverty, you chase poverty to impress a bitch who wants to be a victim and chases poverty so she don't need no man and she not doing it for a man. I'm going to let this play out, but I want to make a point right after the score.
what happens then?
You want to buy your mom that house. You want to buy your dad that truck.
Of course.
You want to have your brothers and sisters be able to pursue the dreams and the careers that they often had and use your money to do it.
But it must extend beyond the immediate family.
It's everybody that you run into. Literally.
Everybody that you knew growing up somehow, some way kind of reached out.
Yes, indeed. You have family members that you never would have thought. You have friends with the best business ideas that can make both of you rich, but the only thing that the idea needs to come to life is your money. And if you want to lose money fast, I'll tell you 3 ways. Record label, restaurant, clothing line.
Okay.
There's a book called the 10 best businesses, and I don't remember what those were. But in that book, it also says the 10 worst businesses, and restaurant was number 2. Number 1 was laundromat, ironically enough. Number 1 was laundromat. Number 2 was restaurant. Number 3 was clothing line. Number 4 was probably record label or some shit. Anyway, everything that every nigga wants to do were the worst 10 businesses. I was like, wow, that's hilarious. Car wash, that was on the list. Everything that niggas want to do when they get a couple of dollars was on the 10 worst business idea or 10 worst businesses to invest in list. I was like, okay, once again, chasing poverty. People work hard to be poor so they can be victims. LeBron James is super rich and he's still a victim. He still go and talk about the inequities from black Americans and how he felt like a slave and how he hunted every day. That nigga is 6'9", 260, all muscle, one of the most recognizable faces in male life. In male life. I was going to say in sports, but no, in male life. Because as a male, men kind of track sports. Like, even if we don't watch the games, we know the players. We know, who Sammy Sosa and LeBron James and the soccer players whose name I can't think of right now. But if I saw him, I'd know him. Like, oh shit, that's a soccer dude. You know what I'm saying? You might not know who football and hockey players are because they wear face masks. But any sport that you can see their face, you kind of know who they are. So he's one of the most recognizable faces in a man's life, which means the police that'll pull him over, the realtor well, not the realtor. Realtors be women a lot of times. But the lender who will do his loan. Like, LeBron is known for him to act like he a victim and to act like, man, the biggest problem in black America is blah, blah, blah. Victim speak. That's why you don't let your menstrual speak for you. Why is that? Why is he holding the bat? Yo, he always hold the bat. That's his thing, bro. Anytime he on Grantland, I guess that's his lucky bat. Like the bat help him talk or something. He always holding the bat, bro. Like I said, as y'all come in, like I said, but in your heart, donate to the daycare. So the number one reason that blacks will always be perpetually poor. Not tawny and swarthy men. The blacks. You can tawny and swarthy, that's something different. The reason the blacks will always be broke is because blacks are a matriarchy and women are poverty people. They need to be poor. They want to drag everybody into slavedom. No matter how much money they get at their jobs, they always overextend. They always in debt. They always need a nigga. Somebody always got to pay a light bill. Whenever they get $2 extra on their income tax check or something like that, they got to blow it immediately every 2 years. Think about it. Overlapping years. When a girl get her income tax check in 2020, she get a new bedroom suit. In 2021, she'll get a used car. In 2022, new living room suit. In 2023, new used car. In 2024, new living room suit. In 2025, another used car. They got to blow all disposable income. And if they ever save a couple of dollars, and they ain't got to save a couple of dollars, they'll put a payment plan on it. They'll take a vacation. Women hate money. They hate money. They don't have a value for money. They don't have a value for themselves, really. Women hate money. They're like stuff. Hate money. And they like stuff that they like, and they preach to men to buy the same type of stuff they buy, which is simply saying stuff that depreciates as soon as you purchase it. Of a $600 Ferragamo Salvador purse, and I've seen a nice ass. I was gonna get my girl the purse, the Ferragamo purse. A $600 Ferragamo purse. As soon as they put it in the bag at Macy's and you walk through the metal detectors, it's a $150 purse. The same philosophy of when you pull a new car off the lot works for everything that women buy, and everything they impress when men buy. They're impressed by jewelry that depreciates as soon as you walk away from the jeweler counter. They like cars that depreciate as soon as you pull off the lot. Everything that women like are things that depreciate that will make you poor. Not poor during the course of time, poor immediately as soon as you walk away. As soon as you walk away. All the things they like are shit that depreciates immediately as soon as you walk away. What's the value of that vacation that they went to get pregnant in Cabo? Because you know they're going to get pregnant on vacation. There's no, they're going to fuck a strange dick raw because they hate condoms and they hate birth control because they said make them fat. And they're going to get pregnant by a perfect stranger on vacation. Just know that's going to happen. What was the value of that? Not only did they pay for the vacation, no residual income for that, but they also going to have to pay for a baby because they don't abort strangers' babies, bro. They do not. They abort their boyfriend's babies. The nigga who rocking with them, they've been with this nigga like 7 years, they abort his baby. One night stand babies, they keep all those babies, nigga. They keep every one night stand baby they've ever made, nigga. The nigga they fucked in the club kept that baby. The nigga they was with for 2 years, abortion. That's the mind of a black woman. These are the motherfuckers that run your culture, that run the matriarchy. Everything they do cost you money. As a taxpayer or as a boyfriend or whatever, as a nigga that's trying to get some ass, they're depreciating value. The number one way to poverty is because your mama black. Number one reason that the blacks will always be poor is because your mama black. The number two reason is because men who can't follow men want to be the better man, right? Men who can't follow other men want to be the better man. They want to one up another man. That is their thing. They feel like, yo, if this dude doing something, and I ain't gonna necessarily, a lot of y'all niggas dirty Mac, but I'm just saying in general. Dirty Macs are normally people who can't follow another man. So they got to make another man look worse in order for them to look better. They won't do better. They won't be better. They just want to look better in the eyes of a bitch. So it come right back to a bitch. So what ends up happening is they try to hold better men down like black women do. Like black women don't like smart men. They don't follow smart men. They don't follow men with ingenuity. They always say they like a handyman. They don't cuff the nigga that fix cars in the alley. They don't like men that have a skill set or intelligence or don't have a parole officer. You gotta have a parole officer. If you ain't never had a parole or probation officer, it's not looking good for you fucking with a black woman under 30 if you don't have a parole or probation officer. Because she has to be able to call somebody when she does some dumb shit to get you up off her ass. If you can't go to jail when she deserves to get out 5, then she kind of don't want you. That's a cultural thing. It's cultural. Just not good at being people. And because of that, because you got so many niggas who don't want to see you be great, they'll try to sabotage you all the time. So instead of embracing you, you know who embraces you? Other great men. Other great men. When you in your purpose and somebody else is walking the same path, those men will be your allies. They'll be your comrades in arms. Whatever it is you're doing. If you a data processor and another nigga do data programming, y'all might be able to link up and do some shit. If you shoot hoops and he play football or something, and y'all both jocks, y'all can link up because y'all got that in common. That's y'all little thing. All y'all gonna be cute dogs. It's gonna be alright. But a lone wolf, a man who can't follow a man, but want to be seen as a man, they'll do everything they can to sabotage everything you got going on. It's just facts. It's just facts. Niggas will be like, I can't follow no man, but he follow a bitch. Because that's who he gonna follow, because every man gonna follow somebody. If he can't follow a man, but he follow a bitch, and he ain't gonna admit he follow a bitch, because he gonna act like he the man around you, but as soon as you walk away, nigga, he following the bitch. Whether it's his mama, his grandma, his girlfriend, he following the bitch. And girls don't know shit. They just do shit. So that means he don't know shit. Because the motherfucker he following don't know shit. And anything she get right, she got from another man. He could have just skipped her and went straight to the man. But matriarchy is slavery, and a lot of y'all niggas really want to be slaves, bro. I ain't mad at you. I want to enslave you. I ain't mad at you. Like I said, man, seeing how to pay your daycare fees. Let me show you something. We're going to go back to this problem solving thing. On why men who don't take tolerology are part of the problem, and I won't try with niggas who don't certify.
As long as your chaos does not disrupt his peace,
I will not.
He will never get tired of bringing order to it.
That's crazy. Motherfuckers just do what they want to do. But that's why I won't try with niggas that don't take tolerology. Because I know a man who can't follow a man who can't follow the process, a man who will try to check another man when that other man is checking his toddler, are the people that will sink the ship. They'll put holes in Marcus Garvey's boat. They'll take the tie off, their tie off and walk Martin Luther King on the balcony. They'll put sleeping pills in Fred Hampton's drink, and then let the police come in and shoot him 52 times. A man who can't follow a man will get their leader killed over a bitch. Why would I trust a nigga who trusts a bitch? That's just bad patriarchy. Would you follow a man who let his 4-year-old run him? Would you think that he was a great father? Oh, my daughter, she just spoiled. Nah, nigga, that's your job not to reward her when she good and to love her, but not to spoil her. You're a bad patriarch. Why as a man would I want to be around a man that's bad at being a man? Anyway, back to the problem solver thing. I happened to see this earlier today. And I don't know how I feel about Crimson Cure. Because she's from Chicago, so you know. You can't trust a girl from Chicago, right? I can really leave it right there. You can't trust a girl that's from Chicago. But, and she always takes a masculine side, but her taking the masculine side is why niggas who can't follow a man send her cash apps because they got to follow a bitch that sound like a man. She has a feminine, masculine message. But, I mean, in Chicago, I'm used to masculine, vaginal women. But she did say some cool shit. So I'm going to play this out real quick. My man said they secretly gay. That's crazy. Maybe. All right, but let's check this out. Because we're going to talk about how men are problem solvers. But y'all can't solve for X. Y'all Y. Y'all a Y chromosome. Y'all can't solve for X. Y'all doing an X plus Y equals 8. You can't do that. You don't know the variable of X or Y. You can't do X plus Y equals 8 because it go too many ways. 1 plus 7, 2 plus 6, 4 plus 4. You don't know. Unless you got to have a constant. And since you the Y, you should be the constant. So the X always going to be the problem that you got to solve for. But as a man, your job is to solve problems. And this bitch is a motherfucking problem. Y'all love y'all problems. You don't want to solve them. So, but I gotta give Crimson credit for this. I give Crimson credit for this. Let's go.
As long as your chaos does not disrupt his peace, he will never get tired of bringing order to it. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand. Put a 2 if you need me to go back over that. He don't never get tired of problem solving. See, as long as this stuff don't disrupt his peace, he's always going to do it anyway. He don't really get tired of it. And when he's tired of it, he's still not tired of it. He's not going to be able to help himself. He's going to want to solve a problem. He's going to want to apply order. That's just what he want to do. It just is what it is. If you are a mess, let's lay some ground rules first. You are going to produce chaos.
Let's pause that right there. Women know in the gate that they're chaotic creatures because only chaos and anarchy is freedom. Chaos is freedom. Anarchy is freedom. Because think about what freedom is. That is the absence of all rules and penalty. Y'all don't beat y'all bitch. Y'all don't check y'all bitch. Y'all don't penalize y'all bitch. And she ain't accountable for shit. Y'all back her up either by a taxpayer or by playing stepdaddy. And y'all absolve her of all the mistakes. And if you don't absolve her, she goes to some fucking ex-felon who found God in jail and became a pastor. And he goes and say, God forgive you. These bitches never have penalty. So all they can do to feel good is cause chaos because y'all horrible fucking patriarchs and you don't give her penalty. She wants penalty. She wants to be a slave. Even in her recreation, she wants you to choke her, spank her, and pull her fucking hair. She wants to be penalized and y'all motherfuckers want to love her. Y'all bad parents. But they know they know they cause chaos and they do that shit intentionally. So let's continue.
Because we are women. That is what we do. Just like they bring order to stuff in their sleep. We bring chaos to stuff in ours. That do not have to be a bad thing unless you make it a bad thing. If you want to make it bad, it will be bad. If you want to make a disruption of peace, you will disrupt peace. That is when you have problems. That's when you start introducing problems into your marriage. Having a mundane marriage is not a problem in and of itself. The reason we get a little bit disillusioned or we become bored is because we are chaotic.
Let me pause that. I'm going to pause that to address D. Because this is how bad it is. He says it's weird because ultimately she's a lady teaching men, but she's more cold than a lot of the brothers. That's why I say matriarchy is slavery. She's literally speaking to women right now. And the fact that men are listening to that shit like, oh, that's what men's supposed to do, is why niggas listen to bitches and don't follow men. She's talking to women right now. She's telling women like, ladies, we are chaos. Your man wants to solve the problem. The only thing she's not saying is, bitch, we the problem. I'm telling you these bitches are the problem. I'm telling you they're the problem. I'm telling you tolerology is a solution for this bitch. Because the bitch is the fucking problem. And niggas that listen to bitches is a bigger problem than a bitch. Because at least they got the strength of a man and they'll try to logic the reason that they sounding like a bitch. She talking to women. The fact it sounds masculine shows how bad this fucking matriarchy is. She on girl code. Y'all ain't never met a woman before. I keep telling y'all women don't come in black. See what I'm talking about? I'm telling y'all women don't come in black. I love women. Women don't come in black. You just got masculine, vaginal nigga bitches. Big burly, brought back butch bitches. think like a man ass bitches. They not fucking women. They just have vaginas. They biologically female, but they're not women. That's why it's so easy for these trannies to be more women than your women. Look better than your women. Voice sound more feminine than your women. Because niggas is better at being black bitches than black bitches. I'm trying to get y'all there, but y'all niggas scared.
Chaotic things are often spontaneous. They are often impulsive. They are often happen on a whim. That's a part of it. We're gonna do that. It is innate to us as breathing. I want the women to understand that. But you have to not disrupt peace. Chaos is the opposite of order. War is the opposite of peace. He don't get tired of having to open the can for you. He don't get tired of having to check the car oil for you. He don't get tired. He don't get tired of that.
I'm gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna explain because I'm a mansplain this. She's right, but she doesn't know why she's right. Wow, Tola, I ain't even gonna. You know what, Tola? Alright, anyway, I'm gonna tell you why she's right. She don't know why she's right. She just looks at behavior, but she doesn't understand why. Because men are useful. A man is useful. I don't even know what I just pronounced. Don't worry about that. A man is useful. So the thing is not to. She kind of do look like Scarface. Scarface is my favorite rapper too. Anyway, the thing is you don't want to be taken advantage of. You don't want to be taken advantage. You don't mind being used. You just don't want to be taken advantage of. These toddlers take advantage of men. They live off the benevolence of men. They live off the charity of men. They live off the love of men. They take advantage of you. They don't use you. If you're a hammer and I need to hit a nail, a hammer is very useful. There's no problem with being of use. Friends helping you move, useful. Friends giving you advice, useful. Men never get unless you don't listen to their advice. Men don't get tired of trying to help their boy out, navigate life. Whatever information they have that their boy missing, giving them a little gem. Calling them like, yo, they hiring over here if your man's ain't got no job. Speaking of that, yo, the call center is popping right now, man. If y'all got a computer, y'all got a desktop computer, and y'all need a job, man, holla at me, man. I'll get y'all a slot. Men don't mind helping out, giving opportunity. Not a man's man. Men want to be of use. Men want to be useful. Men want to feel appreciated. Men want to put themselves in a position that he becomes irreplaceable. That's what men do. Men want to be one of the first two chosen. When nigga hit the free throw and say, I want to choose my teams. Men want to be in the game. And when the game passes them up, and I know y'all ain't seen this too much because y'all fuck with black men. Them old black men is kind of useless, especially the boomers. But generally speaking, as life goes on, men, when they unable to play anymore, when they not the first two chosen, men want to coach. Because you still got the information, you still got the knowledge, and now you got the maturity, and you outside the scope. You coach. This niggas in this chat right now that's called me like, man, dirty, look, I'm in a situation. I'm like, yo, this. I don't mind. I don't mind coaching. I don't even charge. I mean, they pay tribute. They pay the, you know, the daycare construction fees. But I just want them to be alright. That's most men. Most men want to see everybody all right. But the benevolence of men is what women take advantage of. So men don't mind fixing. Because men don't mind solving problems. But what happens when women know they're the problem and they take pride in being the problem? Now you got to solve that problem. It's not you got to train your toddler, but it's not her thing. It's not on her. It's on men. Men, like a group of men. It's on men to create the code that women have to follow. Me having an individual code means nothing. It means something to me, but it means nothing. Because all she'll do is find you, and you'll let her get away with anything. She'll still fuck me. She'll cheat on you with me, but she won't be with me because I ain't going. It has to be a group of men who ain't going. So they feel the slavery. They need to feel the slavery because everything about women are external. Women are empty on the inside. They have nothing. They're nothing on the inside. Nothing. Everything about women external. What they could buy, who they could fuck. Everything about women external. What they could see, vacations and all that shit is fleeting. Everything they do is fleeting and depreciating. And they gotta keep going to rush. Women are like crackheads. They are. They just don't smoke crack. Well, some do, but they don't smoke crack. But they adrenaline junkies. Why are they gonna use voice? Shorty, I'm chilling. I'm stacking. I got plans to do shit. You want me to blow the stash in order to entertain you for a night? Women are adrenaline junkies, attention junkies. They always need more and more because they're empty on the inside. Men are probably cool in their station. You know what I'm saying? Men pop out. We have a great night. And then we talk about that night for like 3 months. That one night we did it big, nigga. We talk about that shit 3 months. Goddamn it, man. Man, we went to St. Louis, nigga, for the bachelor party. We talk about that shit for 3 months. That one night, nigga. We had all the enjoyment we needed in one night. They constantly need to be fed. You kill that by training your toddler. You put her in slavery. Because everything's oppression to a toddler. You understand that, right? Marriage is oppression. How the fuck is marriage oppression? Marriage is oppression. Men are oppressive. They hate everything. They live comparatively to other women who don't know shit. So you got a don't know shit bitch listen to a don't know shit bitch. Looking for a nigga that listen to a bitch, which means he double don't know shit. Because he about to rationalize and logistic not knowing shit. Because he listened to a bitch. So without the emotion, he gonna rationally tell you why he don't know shit. She gonna emotionally tell you she do know shit, but she don't know shit. And he gonna rationally tell you why he don't know shit because he listened to a bitch. Say shit like not all. Nigga, all. All women act like women. All of them. All women act like women. And half these niggas act like women too. Women that dress up like men still act like women. That's why all these bitches get pregnant. They can't not act like women. They talk like men. They put a sports bra on and wear a wife beater like men, but they act like women. So you got niggas acting like bitches because they listen to bitches. You got bitches acting like bitches because they bitches. Toxic as fuck. Because only femininity is toxic. You've never heard a nigga say, you the man, and you was like, oh, that's a bad thing. But tell a girl, man, you act like a girl, they'll fight you. Because they know acting like a girl is a bad thing. I mean, I'm emotional, I'm irrational, I don't know shit, and I'm fucking up shit for no reason. They know it. They know they're horrible at being human beings. They don't want to hear it. They know it. Ain't no reason to try to talk to them, be on no fucking panel, tell them what the fuck they got to do in order for relationships to work. They already heard that shit. They've been hearing that shit for the last 15 years. They know that shit. They just won't do that shit. Because they like, nigga, I like being bad. They like, what's that boy name? Latrell, Lamont, whatever. The one that stole his grandma's car. Like, I like being bad. I smoke with cigarettes. Like, they like that nigga, man. They want to be horrible people. I'll show you guys something else. Why people work hard to be poor. Hard to be poor. Like it's a dedicated mission to be poor and be a victim and say the world's against you. Let me show you something. I don't even know if this is the clip I'm looking for. Yeah, this is. So in addition to listening to a woman, that's the number one reason though. That's the number one reason. Number two is when men do things that they know will put them in poverty, and once again they rationalize it, they validate it, they try to make it seem like, like they got to do it, and like they self-destructive. There's a lot of people. 90% of women, I'm gonna say 60% of men, who will have a self-destructive nature. Like good things can't happen to them. They'll accept it. If good things happen, they'll brag, oh, something good happened, and they immediately take all that good and invest in something horrible. Immediately. I got the job. No, they're gonna piss test you. Go smoke a fucking 3-5 of weed with your boys. There are self-destructive. Once again, 90% of women, 60% of men are self-destructive, and they know they're destroying themselves, and the only thing they can do is grasp at other people and bring them down. That's the crab in the bucket that you guys talk about. When you start talking about why black people don't want to see black people make it, why we always hold each other down, why we crabs in a barrel, because 90% of women and 60% of men, because that's how many niggas listen to a bitch, are self-destructive. And misery loves company, but they have to be miserable. They have to be victims. You can't make it, because if you make it, then how can they blame it on white supremacy? You can't check your bitch, because if you check your bitch, how can they rationalize happy life, happy wife? Self-destructive, self-defeatist people. Here's an example of one right here. This had to be done in like 1988. Well, let's check this out. The clip in this is the world's most interesting crackhead. I thought that was hilarious. The world's most interesting, honest crackhead. But let's go.
I probably now, on the average, spend $100 a day.
It's about 2 o'clock now. Have you had any today?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But you can believe when I leave here, it's probably my next stop.
Hey, you're a well-educated man. You have some experience in engineering.
Yes.
You have earning power, obviously. Why would you be fooling with this stuff? You can stand by and see what's happening to your own life, can't you?
I used to say the same thing. I used to witness people, even people who were close to me, have their lives destroyed by it. And I used to witness people sit in these places and spend their last penny. And I say to them, how could you do such a thing, But once you have tried it, you become the anchor banker, you understand. It's that much of a feeling or a sensation.
Let's pause right there. I got 2 stories. Matter of fact, now I think of it, my boy Dwayne was with me both times. Now I think about it. We used to go to the park. I got 2 stories. We used to go to the park. And we'll pop a bottle, watch people play basketball, talk about how we gonna walk the track one day. Pause. That sounds crazy, walk the track. The literal track, though. The literal track around it. We was going to be power walkers, not walk the track like a hooker. Anyway. And one day we see a postman crying on the bench. I mean, sobbing his eyes out, bro. He just on the bench crying. My boy walked past. I stopped to talk to him because, I talk to people. I'm sociable. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? And he's talking about, and postmen make guap, bro. Postmen make guap. It's a city job. He's talking about how he's broke and he can't pay his rent. He about to get evicted because he spent all his money on crack. Now, my boy being a square and a school teacher, his thought in his head was, why don't you stop smoking crack? which I thought that was the absolute worst advice to give a crackhead, is tell them to stop smoking crack. People will stop doing stuff when they're ready, but some people will never be ready. Okay, cool. My advice was, nigga, why you don't buy a quarter ounce at a time, nigga? Break that shit down. Like, why are you buying $1,500 worth of dime and nickel bags? Why don't you buy an ounce? Break that shit down yourself. Sell half to your crackhead friends. Smoke half yourself. Instead of getting high with your friends and letting them niggas leech off you, what, $10 at a time. Man, I sat there with that man like 20 minutes while he crying, and I'm trying to give him financial crackhead advice, my nigga. I'm trying to give him sound crack addict advice for like 20 minutes on how he can still get high and pay his bills. And his girl a crackhead too. So he a crackhead, his girl a crackhead. I guarantee you she smoked more than him because he got to work. She ain't got nothing but time to smoke. That means if he buy 10 bags, he probably jam 3, but she jamming 7 because she at home all day. She ain't got shit else to do. She cleaning the house, smoking the pipe. I got a pipe, but this a regular pipe, and I wanted a glass pipe. I wanted a crack pipe, but Joe Biden didn't give me my crack pipe kit. He want me to be an addict and won't pay for my crack. He a bad patriarch too. Anyway, second story, closer to home. Me and my man Wayne and my little cousin, we walk into the store. We don't feel like driving. The store like a block away. About to go grab a bottle. My little cousin just talking, just wild and reckless. He like, yo, I could never be a millionaire. If I was a millionaire, I'd be dead in 3 months. Niggas looking at him like, what? He like, nigga, I get high, I be on everything. Nigga, I smoke. I do cocaine. I smoke wax. I pop pills. Nigga, I smoke weed. He's like, this nigga named every acceptable black drug, nigga. He like, I drink beer. I drink dark. This nigga just, he in his mind, if he ever had money, he would smoke and drink it all the way until he perished. That's his mindset. He was broke. Cool. Years later, because he said this in the 2000s, maybe 2010s. In the year 2020, Anno Domini, he hit a lick for a PPP loan. $35,000. This girl hit 2 licks. Say she worked 2 jobs, hit 2 licks. $72,000. They got $102,000 at one time. You know what he did? Smoke weed, smoke wax, pop pills. The nigga learned about mushrooms. Now he's eating mushrooms, drinking dark, drinking beer. He got a pipe. It looked like a crack pipe to me. It's supposed to be a weed pipe, but all the resin from the wax that he had on the weed, it shit looked like a crack pipe. I'm looking like, nigga, this is 1992 all over again. And I'm just looking like, look, cuz tripping. Spending money on pussy. Within 60 days, he was back broke. All that big money told me, nigga, you wish you was here. Within 60 days, I had to buy that man a beer because he ain't had no money. And I said, man, he predicted this shit. He said if he had $1 million, he'll get high with it all. 100,000, I guess, wasn't enough to OD with. But he lived exactly the life that he said he was going to do. So you have to understand that certain people are just self-destructive people. They want to destroy themselves, their loved ones, their children, their parents. Gator off Mo Better Blues. That type of scenario. For those who don't know, that was Sam Jackson. He was playing a crackhead. That mentality. They have to destroy themselves, and they got to destroy you, because destroying you make them feel better about themselves, because you can't excel, you can't be great, and they in a gutter. Because why would you love somebody in a gutter? They hate you for loving them. Think about that. That's that. Tia Mowry, same shit. Hates you for loving them. Hates you for wanting better for them. Hates you for advising them. Hates you for telling them they know better. Hate you for trying to get them out that jam. Matter of fact, I got a third story. My nigga Rhino ain't talked to us in 4 months. Last conversation I had with that man, he a vet. He was in the Navy for 8 years. Well, for 6 years. Navy for 6 years. We had an intervention for that man earlier this summer, in which all the people we know that was in the service, they all came through. You know me, bro. I'm out there. I'm grilling, baby. I'm making jerk chicken. You know me. I'm making jerk chicken. The man's there. Boom. His brother pop up with 2 people. Goddamn man. Then he called somebody else. We see. Then my nigga Rhino pull up. They like, yo, bro, you ain't got that check? You like, I ain't got that check. Man, boom. They start calling motherfuckers. Man, goddamn it. They call DJ. Boom. They call man. Now it's about 8 niggas. It's about 8 people. While I'm grilling jerk, and they got him in a circle, like five because 3 of us weren't in the service. 5 people got him in a circle, trying to tell him how to get his. I don't know if it's a type of SSI check. It's like it's an SSI check, but it's like a PTSD check. Like you go to the military and you crazy. They tell him how to get through the crazy, and I'm like, he ain't even got to fake it, nigga. That nigga crazy for real. And they trying to tell him how to get this check. They're like, yo, if you get diagnosed, you're gonna get $600,000. All them niggas filthy. Yeah, they don't even look filthy, bro. They don't even look filthy. We talking, one of them niggas ain't even got a car. He just caked up, draped up, nigga. Riding with other people. They just, man, bro. Until that conversation, I ain't even know they was that 6-figure like that, nigga. They $500,000 people, bro. I never would have known if it wasn't that conversation, man. And they trying to tell him that you get 600 if you there for 8 years. But he was there 6 years. They're like, man, they still owe you like $250,000, maybe 300. Man, go in here, tell the people that. Make sure you go to your appointments. Make sure you go to your doctor. Make sure you talk to the psych. Man, they're going to put you through that bullshit for like 60 days. Like you got to go once a week for like 8 weeks. And then they're going to drop a check, nigga, that'll change your life. Last time I talked to that man, like I said, it was about 4 months ago. I called him at like 8 in the morning just to check on him. Like, yo, you good? He was drunk, 8 in the morning. Off fucking UV, nigga. Drunk off UV vodka at 8 in the morning. I said, yo, Rhino, been to the doctor, bro? I had an appointment today, but I called off. I rescheduled. I'm too fucked up. Why is you too fucked up? This is all you gotta do. Nigga, you keep losing jobs. You ain't got no money. You living in your fucking brother garage, nigga. You fucked up. This'll put you back on, bro. Go your ass to your doctor's appointments. Me being concerned about him, that nigga blocked my number. Some people just have to. They need to be in poverty. So number one reason most people in poverty is toddlers. Just trying to live for toddlers, trying to impress toddlers, listen to toddlers. Anything to do with a bitch with clothes on is why people are poor. That's the majority of reasons why people are poor. The secondary reason is they want to be poor. Like there's way more people afraid of success than there are people afraid of failure. Winners are afraid of failure. Winners feel bad when they lose. You see niggas lose the game and be crying on the court. Winners hate to lose. They afraid to lose. They need to win. That's a very small minority of people. The majority of people like, yeah. And then you got the group of people who have to lose. Winning feels weird to them. Like they don't deserve it. And those people are amongst you. They're amongst us all. Probably them Down syndrome motherfuckers we did the video about a couple weeks ago. Them Down syndrome people amongst us too, bro. Because you ain't got to be smart to be rich. There's a lot of niggas that can't read that know how to earn. So it's not an intelligence thing. Do you want it? Most people don't want it. Because requirements take accountability. Don't be a crackhead. That's the key. Don't be a crackhead. Don't be a meth head. Don't be a weed head. Smoke weed occasionally if you want to, but don't be a weed head. For what? Don't let any addiction keep you away from your greatness. If you got an addiction, you'll never be great. I'm going to close on this, man. I want to show y'all something real quick. Hey, Mr. O, I just got your inbox. I got you, bro. I want to show y'all something real quick. This is from 6 Brown Chicks. You know what? When I see 6 Brown Chicks, I'm happy for them. I mean, I am a hater. Don't ever get it twisted. I'm a huge hater. But my bad. Wrong one. I'm a huge hater, but I'm proud of 6 Brown Chicks. I actually know these girls. We all started around the same time. When I was doing movies and all that shit, they was doing this. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Alright, I'm doing like this. This is the women that's among us that men lose it all for. This is 6 Brown Chicks confessionals, whatever. I'm only read 5 of them. I'm gonna read 5 of them. Yeah, totally. I had to quit. I quit smoking cigarettes last week. I mean, I stole these cigarettes, but I quit buying them last week. Anyway, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Anyway, here it is. I'm a spiritual reader. Well, I gotta use the voice.
I'm a spiritual reader. I've been friends with Michelle since we were in grammar school. She got engaged to Huggy 2 years ago.
Pause real quick. She stole a nigga named Huggy, my nigga. A nigga named... They fighting over a nigga named Huggy. Alright, anyway.
She asked me to read Huggy's poem, and instantly, Huggy and I felt a love connection. We are old souls, together in a past life. Within a month, Huggy ended his engagement with Michelle, and I broke my lease and moved in with him. Michelle and I fell out. Huggy and I had a quiet backyard wedding in our home. I sent Michelle the Zoom link so she could be part of it, since she was the reason we found one another. The wedding party arrived at the same time the sheriff and the movers came in to evict us. Awesome. Huggy hadn't paid rent in a year. I was running around in my wedding dress crying while our personal items were being put on the curb. We live in an extended stay hotel while I try to find a place. Huggy moved this thing in Michelle's garage, and I think he's been cheating on me with her. I've lost everything for love, and I'm not sure what to do.
I'm just reading these. I just want you to understand how poverty happens when you deal. You know what? Let me just go to the next one. Y'all can make your own interpretation on that. This bitch is reading pause, couldn't read, the nigga was broke. She living with the nigga, don't know he ain't paid no bill. Like, and she's happy. You understand that, right? Because now she's upset that maybe he was fucking a girl that she stole him from. So she's still not leaving him. Poverty and depression, they need that shit. That's why she's happy. Beat them. Out-5 them. They love that shit. Just take all they possess. They love that shit. They gonna tell you they don't. They gonna call you all type of assholes and massage. They love that shit. Let's continue. I'm only gonna read 5 of these, and I'm gonna hop out this motherfucker because I think I want some tequila. I got the call, but let's continue. 4 more to go. We've been married for... Wait, I gotta use a voice.
We've been married for a year. I have 2 sons, ages 3 and 5, from a previous relationship. I lost my job, but my husband works. My issue is he suggested we celebrate Christmas in October.
You know what? This one right here just dumb. It's dumb. I ain't gonna read that one. That shit just dumb. Here go a good one. Here go a good one. This is all these bitches talking about they need a 666 man. They all rich. Bitches swear to God they all rich on social media. Here you go. This a dude though. I met her in Miami during spring break. So he's in his 20s. He went to spring break in Miami. He's in his 20s. He's a college boy. I met her in Miami during spring break. We kept in contact, and then she came to Ohio to spend a weekend with me. Sidebar real quick. At this point, before I even read the rest, I knew she was broke. Because though no girl that got $2 in her pocket go to Ohio. Nobody with money goes to Ohio. Even though it's people with bread in Columbus, Ohio. Nobody with money goes to Ohio. It's people in Ohio with money, but nobody with money goes to Ohio. That's not how Ohio works. So I already know how this was going to go, but I didn't know how bad it was going to get. Alright, so check this out. I have a tiny apartment off campus with a roommate. She had too many bags for a 2-night stay, but okay. Everything she told me was a lie. Of course it was, nigga. She had clothes on. That's why everything she told me was a lie. Nigga, she had clothes on, nigga. Anyway, when we met in Miami, she presented herself as a Jackson State college student. In fact, she's a 38-year-old unemployed teacher. What? I figured she was just here for 2 days. Then I found out she bought a one-way ticket. Whoa. I asked her repeatedly when she was going to stay on Monday. She said,
Right here. What you mean?
I told her my roommate didn't appreciate another person living in our house, so she slept with him too. So she slept with him too, and now he wants her to stay. She's been living her college days, and it's disturbing. Did I mention she's poor and eating all our food? I just want this woman to go. Can I get some advice? Let's go one more, man. Let's go one more. I want you guys, here's my thing. These sound like gloom and doom stories, but trust me. These are what girls do. Have you, yesterday's show, when I told you when men have a house, they get a family. When women have a house, they don't need no man. A struggling bitch is a good bitch. He ain't trained his toddler because he black and they don't teach you how to train your toddler. But nigga, that's all bitches want to do is live with a motherfucker, man. She would do whatever. She scrambling shit. She fucked his roommate, bro. She didn't fuck his roommate because she thought his roommate was super attractive. Maybe she did, but maybe he is. I don't know. But she fucked him to have somewhere to stay. She said, well, fuck it. If I'm fucking you and you say your roommate don't want me here, I'll fuck him too. I'll fuck both of y'all for a place to stay. That is how women really are. Not all the shit they say on these panels. Not all the shit these fucking strippers that started the podcast say. The fucking Sixth Goddesses and all the bitches from Island, Fantasy Island, whatever. Fuck all them island bitches. They all hookers. And they depend on men. Because hookers depend on the benevolence of men to get over. But they delusional because they think they really important people. And niggas just ain't buying pussy because they too lazy to train their toddler. But that's the average woman. 12 million black women on Section 8. 117,000 black women make 6 figures. And there's 6-figure bitches. They got so many kids that even the 6-figure bitches have housing assistance. I don't make this up. Bitches don't know how to count. They don't give a fuck about money. They don't know how to run households. They know how to interior decorate households. There's certain girls that got clean homes because they good at fixing up shit and this. But they just a kid in need of adult supervision. His story is the American story. There's way more of his stories than it is any other stories that these bitches gonna tell. And I think it was Mr. Odom made a post one day. He said, man, women never know when they poor. all they believe is they fucking the wrong nigga. That's a fact. There are no broke bitches. They're just bitches that's fucking broke niggas. Because if they pussy work better, if they pussy didn't fail her now, she'll have a better life because she'll fuck a better nigga. There are no poor bitches, according to bitches. Just bitches that fuck the wrong nigga. So you poor. If she's struggling in life, nigga, that's because you ain't doing what you supposed to do. According to bitches. That's why you don't listen to girls with clothes on. Anyway, this is the last one I'm gonna do and then I'm up out of here. So
I have a part-time job and go to school. I inherited my grandmother's almost abandoned home.
Sidebar. How is a home almost abandoned? It's either abandoned or it's not. Like, does somebody else live there? Like, bitches be... Even when bitches trying to be honest, they be lying. Like, how was a place almost abandoned? Did your uncle live there? Like, you know what? I tried to rationalize tolerism. I just did that for y'all though, because I know it ain't supposed to make sense. Because this bitch had clothes on the whole time she was typing. But anyway, I have a part-time
job and go to school. I inherited my grandmother's almost abandoned home and moved in. The neighbor's husband cuts the grass, and I began an affair with him.
Another sidebar. If the neighbor's husband is helping her out and she had an affair, I would bet 10 to 1 that she light-skinned, nigga. Light-skinned bitches don't have boyfriends. They only fuck other nigga bitches. They light-skinned, these mulatto bitches are professional mistresses and concubines. They are not wife material. She might be light-skinned and pretty, but she is building herself up for a married man. She wants to be a married man's side bitch. I promise you that. I have done the research. So I bet a 10 to 1, nigga. Put $1 to my dime, nigga, that she's a light-skinned bitch. Cause she is very comfortable sleeping with married men. All girls are dead with a married man, but motherfuckers is comfortable with it. Like, this is what I do, son. Be them red bone bitches, them yellow bone bitches, them light skin hoes, man. I ain't making this up. Anyway.
My first time with a white guy. He said he would make small repairs to the house for free. I fell for him hard, and his wife, she's black like me, didn't seem to care that he was fixing on the house with me all the time. I asked him to leave her because I was tired of sharing.
She fucking with a married man. Want that man to leave his wife because she don't want to share. Female logic. It's just female logic. But once again, the greatest way to poverty is through a bitch. Because bitches they do chaotic shit on purpose. She don't want that man. She ain't gonna trust a man that leave his wife for her. She not gonna trust that nigga ain't gonna cheat because she got him cheating. She just don't want to see that nigga happy. I'm telling you, these whores are horrible. But she black though, so her whole job, even with white guys, her whole job is to put this man in poverty. That's what they do. Liberal women, all liberal women are black. So even if she was white, if she voted for Biden, she would do the exact same thing. All these delusional bitches are liberal bitches, and all liberal bitches are black. Anyway.
He said that he would get I asked him to leave because I was tired of sharing. He said he would get an attorney. So he, his wife, and his attorney met with me to tell me that they've taken care of my grandmother's house for so long that the land was legally theirs, adverse possession law, and that I needed to start paying $900 a month for rent. I feel like he just used me to take my property, but he says his wife made him do it and that he will leave her. For the first time, he said he loved me, but he also warned me not to fall behind on my rent. I feel like he's sending mixed messages and I don't know what to do. Advice.
Yeah, Tolo, I think she's squatting. I think she's squatting. With that being said, there's such a judgment that bitches have when they try to navigate the world unsupervised. Either they're trying to get money so they don't have to listen to a man and keep above water, or they just do the dumbest shit. If they lucky, they get a good dude. But if they get a good dude, they gonna leave him. They gonna Tia Mowry him. The Tia Mowry story is the everyday story. A bitch they got it. It's something about being with a nigga that had kids with. They can't do it. They got it. It's stepdaddy season at all times. Poverty is a choice, and it's a choice when y'all choose to go black. Y'all niggas getting passports and everything to go to other countries just to come back with a black bitch. Y'all can't get away from the black whore. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that, man. Love your brothers. Wait, before I do that, cause I ain't even checked, man. We starting a daycare building fund, man. That's what we going to. We going to a daycare building fund. I want to make sure I ain't miss nobody. If I miss somebody, I don't think I missed nobody. Nah, nobody contributed to the daycare building fund. So, love your brothers as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
Stay away from cities with white ladies. It's the white player, don't play with your life, player. Or say the next player. But if you got a quarter, then stay away from all of these bitches are from promoters. Time out, we'll destroy your life if you allow it. Fuck, I'm rapping, yo, low, break it the crowd. Stop giving these bitches all the attention, that's why I'm stuck. Now, we're niggas die. Niggas die. Watch, every die. We gotta start saying fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with